Today on Game & Watch It, the gang is back.
Yeah!
Ah! Hello and welcome to another episode of Game & Watch It, the Not Just Nintendo podcast. We also talk about Playbox and X-Station and Mac and PC gaming.
On this episode, Nintendo.
I am your host, Rusty. To my right, Poli.
Hi.
To my left, Arzee.
And you will know us by the trail of the dead. Okay, I like hoopering. Fine.
Yes.
Don't give me that look.
Thank you for joining us. Today we have a lovely panel.
Yeah.
We're finally back. It's been a while.
It's been a very long while.
You guys doing okay?
Yeah.
Where the hell have you guys been?
Places.
Places.
Italy and Florida and stuff.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fall's almost here. Pumpkin spice lattes are back.
Oh, yeah.
And we're ready to join forces again and talk about video game stuff.
Yeah.
Poli, what are you playing?
A lot, actually. The whole gaming PC thing that happened recently has really opened up a lot of avenues for me game-wise.
Is it Windows based?
Yes.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, you know that operating system that like all the games are made for?
Yeah, that's a lot of specs.
Yeah. I started playing Ori and the Blind Forest, and I fell in love with that game.
I thought it was
Beautiful.
cross-platform.
It is, but only through Xbox and PC, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, all the Xbox.
It's
exclusives
Microsoft
are-
exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. All
effectively.
Xbox exclusives are now Microsoft exclusives. So like Gears and Halo and everything are all coming out on PC at the same time.
They announced that like 2 E3s ago, and I thought that
Yeah.
was a really cool announcement.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to buy an Xbox. You just all like the Xbox games are coming to PC. So
Yeah.
your Halos, your Gears of War, and
Yeah.
Cuphead. It's a good game.
Yeah, Cuphead. I can't wait for that.
September 14th, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna get my my Pro controller all synced up and play some PC gaming.
And hopefully
Yeah.
you don't have to use the D-pad.
Lol. So I started playing Ori and the Blind Forest. My God, the intro to that game alone, the first, I'd argue 5 to 10 minutes of that game was almost like watching Up for the first time.
Oh really?
Yeah. I remember like me, you, and our friend Guy went to go watch this movie in theaters, and all three of us were like sobbing into our hands within the first 15 minutes. Like not a word was said. It's such an emotional scene. And that exact same thing happened to me where I felt like choked up watching the first little bit of it. And it goes into this like incredibly fast and very tight platformer. Mm-hmm. Very kind of also puzzle oriented in a sense, but like very, very cool how they implement everything. It's Metroidvania-esque as well, where it's a solid overworld and you just got to traverse and find your way through. And it does give you certain waypoints, which helps you get to certain areas.
Yeah.
But once you hit that waypoint, it's completely up to you figuring out where to go, finding all the secrets that are within it. It's incredible.
Yeah, I saw when Xbox they released like a sizzle reel of other games that they're showcasing for E3, and that was in it. And
Yeah.
I was immediately attracted to the animation in it.
Yes.
Oh man, that's like, is it hand drawn or are they political?
No. They're it's a mixture of both, actually. Oddly enough.
So
Like
are they hand drawn with a 3D background?
A lot of things are hand drawn, and a lot of things are 3D rendered. So they've mixed it together, but the style, the art style that they've used for it, melds them almost perfectly.
Okay.
It's awesome. Like you as Ori playing that like little ethereal white rabbit thing.
Yeah.
Is very blatantly, it looks like it's hand drawn. But the enemy, the main nemesis, the final boss, as far as I can tell so far in the game, is 3D rendered.
So he's the only thing in the game that's 3D rendered?
I believe a few other things are, like certain enemies and stuff, but
Okay.
it's just because it's so stylized, it fits perfectly within, and they completely got away with it.
Cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with
Well, what
that.
else are you playing?
Freedom Planet?
Oh, the Sonic game.
Yeah.
I hear very mixed things about that game.
It's okay, so you can tell it was essentially a Sonic fan game.
Yeah.
Everything about it is Sonic, but the way the characters control and their move sets and everything like that are all very original, which I really, really appreciate, because it wasn't like they were just trying to recreate Sonic, recreate Tails, Knuckles, Amy, whatever. They created their own characters, gave them their own powers.
Isn't Cream the main protagonist?
What?
Cream the rabbit? Isn't she like the main?
No,
character?
I mean the main girl. I can't remember her name now for the life of me, but she's like a purple animal humanoid
Fair
character. And she has this like mystical power, which will send her like flying in certain directions, makes her like float and use double jumps.
Are they making a Freedom Planet 2?
They are, and the man behind Sonic Mania, as far as I know, is actually helping make that game as well.
Okay, because honestly, I think the next franchise they should tackle is Jazz the Jackrabbit. Have you guys ever played Jazz the
I
Jackrabbit?
remember it.
That was like a
vaguely.
PC Sonic the game.
Oh wait,
Sonic the
no,
Hedgehog
I
game.
might be thinking of like Bucky O'Hare.
You're thinking of Bucky
Yeah, you're thinking of
O'Hare.
Bucky O'Hare.
Also
okay.
a green rabbit. But
Yeah.
they should totally bring back Jazz the Jackrabbit. If Sonic Mania doesn't, they don't want a sequel or whatever. Or
Oh
Freedom
no,
Planet.
that game's getting a sequel.
Yeah, it's so good.
That game is very.
Oh, do you
blatantly
know
getting a
how
sequel.
to? Apparently, Sonic has a move where you can like dash or like lock on an enemy or like.
Oh, the homing attack.
How do you do the homing attack?
I
I'm
haven't
like,
done it in Mania yet. I have no idea, but I know it's been a thing with Sonic since Adventure.
Yeah, it started in Dreamcast.
Yes. Yeah.
I wanna learn how to play it. I'm already in like Act like 7 and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Pissed.
Well, whatever. I mean, I'm playing as Tails though, so I can't really say anything.
Fair enough.
Tails is best.
Tails is great. Arzee, I'm gonna get to you in a little bit because I know what you're playing and we're gonna talk about it a little more detail.
Yeah, you
I
jerk.
am actually playing. I don't know. A year ago, I was playing Pokemon, and all of a sudden, I had this nostalgic fuel driven to play it, and I'm back in Pokemon Sun.
Nice.
Ah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just finished the Ghost Trial. I put about like maybe 4 or 5 hours into it in the past few days.
Yeah.
What a good game.
Are you planning on getting Ultra Sun or Ultra
No,
Moon?
no, no. I'm gonna beat this game and gear up for the next Pokemon Switch game.
Okay. Oh yes, the Pokemon RPG that's been sort of vaguely hinted in.
It's coming. It's coming. But one of the reasons I went back into it is I fell in love with Sandigas or the Sandcastle Pokemon.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Remember the evolved version. I
Yeah,
don't know.
the one that murders little children.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, draws them into the sand.
He's so
like an
cute.
ant
So
lion.
I spent like half an hour trying to find him, and I caught him, and now he's part of my team. So now I have
Nice.
like my team's getting there. I still need an executor.
Oh yeah. The Alolan version.
Yeah, you can't get one till like late in the game.
Oh yeah, it's the 4th island.
Yeah, until you get there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like halfway through the 3rd island.
Okay.
But yeah, it's such an easy game to get back into it. Like I kind of forgot what I did, but it doesn't really matter.
No, I mean the story's really not that heavy.
Yeah, but I like all the characters. They're all fun. They're all really expressive.
Yeah.
Except the main character, of course.
Of course.
I
but
wonder
mean, it's
why
typical.
they didn't give the main character more expression because they have all the expressions built in for all the other characters. Was it an artistic decision or was it a lazy decision?
I have no idea, but I remember like there's so many scenes where like
Yeah, it's like-
yeah, like everybody's freaking out about something. Like a rift is torn in the space-time continuum of this world.
And Hal and Lily are freaking out,
Yeah,
and the
and
main
he's just like-
characters.
He's just smiling vacantly. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of vacant smiles, is her name Marina? Pearl and Marina?
Yeah, Marina.
Oh man, that is the fakest smile I've ever seen. If you've seen the movie Coraline, you'll
Yeah.
understand where I'm coming from. From that fake, always happy smile.
Yeah.
Team Pearl all the way. But back to Pokemon. Yeah, I love it. Really enjoying it. And I also think that it was an artistic direction not to give him expression, so you
Yeah.
can kind of like, he's not telling you how to feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, there's those little animations that kind of change how you throw a Pokeball, so you can throw it like kind of douchey or whatever, like instead of the standard
like
throw.
whip, like a gay whip or something.
Like there should be one where he just like drops it and walks away.
That is such a Team Skull thing. They totally
Yes.
should have did it. I love Team Skull. They were so funny.
Yeah, they're actually probably one of the best things about that game.
Oh yeah, they're the best crime syndicate in any Pokemon game outside of, I would argue, Rocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I also got back into the Pokemon anime. I just saw in Core magazine that the team is going back to Kanto and they're reintroducing Misty and Brock to the series.
Yes, I saw that.
So I'm like,
okay.
damn, I need to start watching it. So I'm on like episode 20, and it's fun. I'll watch an episode, learn how to play the game because they always tell you like what weaknesses and strengths. They're always teaching you something in that show.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I'll like.
You don't remember this stuff?
I have no idea. When they call it a Pokemon now, I literally have to Wikipedia that Pokemon and see its weaknesses because sometimes you can't see what type the Pokemon is just by looking at them.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Like,
I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, I'm just shocked that you can't remember shit from like Gen 1.
Yeah.
I know the 3 starters. I'm not that big of a Pokemon fan, but there's so many different types now that I need some assistance.
There's one more type. There's
Dragon, Gold and Silver is a lot for me to handle.
there's
So
They added 2 types on top of the existing like 13.
well,
Yes.
so 3 total. Dark Steel and Fairy. Let's not forget about Fairy.
And then,
Oh,
then
yeah,
they changed
that's right.
the category with now like you could have a flame attack that's also a power attack. Like I'm still trying to learn, and it's nice when I Wikipedia the enemies. I'm actually learning about that kind of stuff. So I love Pokemon. I'm still playing Picross.
3D Picross?
3D Picross
Yeah.
Round 2.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm going to be playing it forever, so I'm always going to call it out. I'm also playing Sonic Generations. I'm also playing Splatoon.
Nice.
Which I'm like getting good at now, eh?
I'm sure you are.
We need to like team up. I also ran out of money because I spent it all on scrubbing my clothes. I didn't realize it was 20 grand.
How'd you not notice that?
I thought it was 2,000.
That's the biggest thing. Like he practically like shoves it in your face. Like, you sure it's gonna be 20 grand? Are you? You know what probably happened is you probably got caught up in Splatfest and saw it was 2,000 and then just stopped paying attention after that.
Either way, I played with my partner Jonathan. He's like, I was like, oh my god, you have so much money. I had like 200,000, and now I have like fucking 1,700 left.
Yeah.
I'm not doing too hot in terms of money, but I did find some tickets to help me double my money. I beat the game finally.
Oh, finally. Good.
Yeah. And I also bought Mario and Rabbids, which I played a little bit, but I didn't want to play because I still want to finish a couple games before I get into it. But I heard somebody's really into it.
Yeah. So, do I get to talk about my thing now?
Yeah. Hey, where's the box art?
Let's see. What's
Get the box art. Get the box art. Get the box art.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle? But before that, I'm going to go on a whole bunch of anecdotes of all the other pointless shit I've been playing.
You're playing Picross
let's
3D
see.
Round 2 as well?
I've watched the first episode of BoJack Horseman, which I will describe as this, and then the second episode of BoJack Horseman.
I actually just started watching that. It's good.
Oh, it's a great show.
Oh my God.
Fantastic
It's
writing.
I also saw it on the weekend. So good.
Is it?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Oh no, it's fantastic. It's like an
Really?
R-rated Goonies. It's great. Love it. Go watch it.
So is it a horror movie? Like,
Oh, real bad.
Okay.
Real
I
fucking
heard it wasn't
freaky.
that scary though.
Oh my god, I got goosebumps from watching it sometimes. But it's not too scary because he's a monster alien clown, so it's not real. And I
Anyways,
kept telling myself in the theater, I go, it's not real, Rob. It's not real. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, yeah. Arzee?
oh, now that he's made my segment about him as well. So let's roll it back a little bit. I tried playing Sonic Mania, and I was playing it on the plane on the way to Cuba. And then I come to the shocking realization that I don't really like Sonic games, so why did I buy this?
Nostalgia.
Fair.
He never owned the Genesis, so
I didn't.
He has no nostalgia, and if you have no nostalgia, you kind of realize that Sonic
Well, I
games
did
suck.
I did have Daniela's Genesis for like 2 years because his mom let me borrow it and then he just never took it back. But I just I got to a certain point where I just get frustrated. I'm like, oh, I'm at the end of the level yet, and then you hit like a spring and it shoots you back in the opposite direction. I was like, when does this end? When can I get out of this stage?
It's a typical Sonic troll where you hit so much speed, you have to be expecting that there's going to be a spring or an enemy that is just going to come right into your
But
line.
Sonic Mania does a really good job on not doing it so much. So
Yeah.
it's a much more enjoyable game than any other Sonic.
And I just
So if you
drowned. I
don't like
drowned
that-
too many times in Chemical Plant Zone.
Oh god, yeah,
That
no. If you don't
song-
know that level, then
That song is so good in the second
Bumpy,
remix.
bumpy, 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 bumpy. I heard a lot of that.
yeah.
I died so many times as a kid.
But I just moved on. But yeah, since then, Mario X Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I am already in like the end game.
How many hours have you put into it?
I don't know. I honestly
You
don't
don't
know. I haven't
constantly check your Switch profile?
checked-
to see
No,
if
only
you put an
weirdos
extra-
do that.
I creep you, and you.
So I've
I'm
completely
always
mastered
lucky.
the first 3 worlds, and now I'm approaching the end of World 4, which I could spoil some things for you right now, but I just choose not to.
Yeah, fair.
Being the better man, but yeah, I'm just tearing a hole in that game because I was a big fan of the first XCOM, or not the first one, not for XCOM Enemy Unknown. I never played XCOM 2 myself, but
Yeah.
this is really scratching that kind of tactical itch.
Yes.
But I do find my biggest beef with the game is, well, not only just the fact that it's short, but I actually, that doesn't bother me that much. It's more the fact that I feel like the characters are really unbalanced. And some of it, I don't know if it's just my play style, but I find like Luigi and Mario Rabbids to be asymmetrically powerful compared to everyone else.
Really?
Like I could with Mario Rabbids, if I could get into the middle of everybody, use his magnet dance to lure people in and then use his hammer, I could wipe out half of the enemies in a stage. Like it's certain stages actually have the challenge they're meant to, but some other stages I just feel like I'm strolling through this game and just like I'm killing the Rabbids faster than they can spawn. And the only reason I'm still taking hits is because when they spawn, the first turn that they can move, and I can't hit them before that point. And covered that with like Luigi's triple Overwatch attack. And
He's a sniper, right?
Yes.
It's because he's scared.
Yeah.
He's scared of
no,
things. so he
Luigi's
stays back.
great because I like how he's really specialized in terms of he's got maybe half the HP of most other characters.
Yes.
But in terms of the firepower and the distance, like he can lock down like whole swaths of areas.
Luigi's the best.
And that's why I find he really complements well with Rabid Mario, who's more close up. But
Yeah, in
often
your
he's
face.
got vampire abilities, so he could actually gain health back the more damage he does.
Yeah.
So I just throw him into the midst of everything, do as much damage as possible.
He has a high defense as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of HP.
Nice. He's a tank. He's a tank character, right?
Yeah, he's a tank, but he can deal damage. And then let Luigi and Mario pick off any of the stragglers.
Yeah. Huh.
Now,
I
sorry,
was
go
gonna say no. I just got Luigi, so I'm at like World 1-7.
Oh, you're playing?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I got it. I couldn't wait any longer.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to play, but go on.
Yeah. So I'm in World 1-7. I've already noticed there's a couple things I don't necessarily like about how they're building up the beginning of this game. Like there's so many areas that you run through, and it's just like, oh, you can't do this right now. Oh, you can't move these blocks away.
That's really
the
frustrating.
sun thing and the moon thing, and it's just like, God damn it.
So I will
like-
tell you something. So at the end of every world,
Yeah.
you go and you just arbitrarily gain one of these powers. Like it's never really there's nothing other than just a flash across the screen. You can move blocks now, and then you go back and replay a world, beat the challenges, and presumably unlock more things now with the power of like your new ability.
See, for a game that was labeled, self-labeled as 30% exploration, like it's odd that it was first off so linear, and then that they're gonna force you to backtrack if you want to get all the items and chests and everything.
I actually
Yeah.
don't
Crazy.
mind. I actually don't mind the breakup between just exploring, doing like crappy little puzzles, and it's fun. And the environments are so well crafted. The graphics are really good. The
Yep.
frame rate is a little hit or miss.
I haven't experienced any frame rate drop yet.
I only
so-
find frame rate problems when I have it on sleep and when it's first getting warmed up. I find that it's
yeah.
kind of sluggish at first, but other than that, I haven't really noticed
I
any
feel like it's
major
a little
frame rate
choppy at
dips.
some points.
Are you playing on the Switch or are you playing like
I'm playing
on the actual?
I'm playing on the TV.
Okay, I've only ever played it right now handheld.
Yeah, I
wise,
play
so that might
predominantly
be why.
handheld. So that may be the
maybe
difference.
that's why. But it's so beautiful and like the attention to detail and
Oh,
the
and
rabbits,
the world and, like,
the
yeah.
rabbits are always like doing these stupid little gags in the background, and the rabbits are just beautiful creatures.
Oh,
I love them.
Yeah, I've always loved the rabbits.
What?
Like they're.
I thought he always hates the rabbits.
No,
You've been going on and
I've
on
been
about
going
how
off-
much you hate them.
No, I've been going off on Peach Rabbit. That was the only one.
Do you like her? Do you still hate her?
Yeah, she's grown on me.
Yeah. Oh, everybody. It's
not
such
yet.
it's such a great game, and it's hard not to like them.
It's just like her only shtick is the selfie. That is like the only thing. Like she has a
She's
little bit
basic.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, like, she has like a bit of a Miss Piggy-esque style vibe.
Yeah.
Totally,
to her.
totally.
And I can see the appeal with that now that I've learned more about the character as time has gone on. But still, I'm not the biggest fan of her.
Well, I mean,
do
she
like-
has more personality than actual Peach.
Yeah, that is fair.
in this
But
game,
I mean, it's
like-
a rabbit though.
Yeah.
All the rabbits have like crazy personality. That's like the whole like defining piece to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your experience with rabbits before this game?
None.
Raymond.
Like a mini game version? Because they only had the
They were
minigame
in.
games.
Oh my god, what game was it that they were in? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a Wii game. It was a Wii.
They were introduced in the Wii generation. Yeah.
It was. There was a Raymond game for the Wii that I played, and they were introduced in that Raymond game.
I think it's Raymond Raving Rabbids. I think that's what it was called.
That's
Yes.
exactly what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
And that was a mini game collection.
Was it? I don't
Yeah.
remember
The only
being that.
platforming game that they've ever started was Rabbids Go Home, and that was a great game. It was like kind of like Kamatari.
Katamari.
Katamari. You're like running around with a shopping cart and you're collecting things, and you gotta build a pile big enough to get to the moon.
Yeah.
And back to their hometown. And that was a really good game, and it's nice to see them back and cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, I kind of want to touch upon the intro animation.
Which, like the actual intro of the game, or like when you first boot it up?
You know, the intro of the animation of the little cutscene with the girl at her desk.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's more explanation of that
That
because
was
I'm
so cute. It
Yeah,
was like
I
a sad,
love
it was
that.
like it reminded me of that 90s TV show N Captain N and the
Yeah.
yeah,
it
I know what you're
reminded me
talking
like that.
about.
Like they could like make that a TV show. It was so cool. I loved every second of it.
It more reminded me of like the beginning of like a Pixar movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. More DreamWorks, not as good as Pixar, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
so DreamWorks.
Stop contriving me.
Stop contriving. It's been contrived. Let's
You're being
move on.
derivative.
fine. It's awesome.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we know.
Are we done?
No.
Nah, I don't think so. I think we have a lot of podcasts left.
Yeah,
Or
we do.
Web
Are you
casts?
guys? Are you guys interested in the new Metroid game? It's coming out next week.
What, Metroid 2 remake?
Metroid Samus Returns.
Yeah.
Or the
Oh,
Return of
100%.
Samus. What is it?
It doesn't. Really
I forgot what it's actually called.
Yeah.
But
Either
no,
or
I'm not
the-
interested at all. That's why I pre-ordered both the game and the amiibo.
Did you get a chance to get the amiibo?
Yeah.
Did you get the amiibo?
I didn't, but I'm gonna wait for a re-release because I do want them.
Have you guys? We haven't talked about the controversy about the amiibo for this game.
In what sense?
Controversy?
Yes, the squishy amiibo unlocks a fusion mode that is only unlocked with the squishy amiibo, and
But
a lot
like
of people
fusion mode is in like Metroid Fusion, like it
Metroid
unlocks the-
fusion.
Yeah, it's like you get like the fusion armor. I forget.
And it's an extra. So
Okay.
once you beat the game, you unlock hard mode. But the squishy amiibo will unlock extra hard mode, and you play as Fusion Samus.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on that?
it depends. I mean, is it just an aesthetic thing, or is
No,
it
no,
like
it's
the
an-
X virus that is actually coming
it's
through?
an extra hard mode, and you're wearing a different suit.
No, but
kinda
I mean,
wanna-
like, wait, just a second. Sorry, because have you played Metroid Fusion before? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know, like the whole point of the fusion suit was so that she could like absorb the X whatever thing, virus, whatever it was,
Yeah.
and use it to her advantage.
They fused and they became.
Yeah, so it would be like health or, missiles or whatever it was essentially the X virus. So are they implementing that game aspect into the extra hard mode, or is it that she's just fusion?
No, I
Metroid
think
or
I think
whatever?
Mercury Stream they tried to pitch to remake Fusion,
Okay.
and it didn't go through.
Oh, yeah.
So
What,
they
they're
still
just using the
They still had
assets?
the assets,
Yeah.
so they're like, let's do this. But what's your thoughts on Amiibo unlocking stuff that you have that are locked behind Amiibo?
Yeah, it's such a
a hard
conflicting
line.
thing that there's always there's both the argument saying they should only be doing frivolous things that you shouldn't get otherwise.
Like costumes in Mario Kart
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But then you'll have the opposite saying, Campbell, why am I paying $20 to unlock costumes?
Yeah.
If you're seeing, I guess it depends on how you see Amiibo, because some people are seeing it as DLC, except you get a figure with it, and some people are seeing it as a figure with which you also happen to get some nice benefits.
See, it's different. I know where some people are coming from, that like, it's mostly short stocked and it's hard to get amiibos at like the original release and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But if it's something that is not, I don't want to say crucial, but something that is not a major staple of the game, then I'm okay with it having some extra real content to it.
Yeah.
Like having the fusion suit as being a part of an extra hard mode,
Yeah.
and having a real hard mode in the game, I'm perfectly fine with that.
yeah, who's gonna play the game 3 times?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was wrong about what I said about the quote unquote paywall behind Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Because
What?
the 120 shrines unlocks the Tunic of the Wild.
Yeah,
and
what
that
were you
is
talking-
because it made it
He was
seem
bitching
like,
in the
yeah.
past that they put the green tunic behind a paywall. How dare you, Nintendo?
Which green
In a
tunic?
game that allows you to dye clothes any color you want, that you can't wear a
It
green
doesn't
tunic.
matter. No, but I was wrong. I'll admit that I was wrong with that, and
That you're
Again,
a big stupid head.
as long as it's not a staple of the game, I am fine with it.
I
Perfectly
agree.
fine with it.
I think people are most pissed that you can't fucking find these amiibos still. They're so
Yeah.
still hard to
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
So now, what is your opinion
Oh God,
on
what's happening?
What are we
here?
looking at
these
here?
are called spoof NFC cards. These are
Oh,
cards that have built-in. They're basically amiibo.
Yeah, they have
in
the
card
NFC
format.
chip.
So I
Yeah.
have the complete set of the Zelda series at my disposal right now. Also, the new ones that aren't even out yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I have an opinion about this. What's your opinion about this?
I think it's like it's okay to have it for the sake of unlocking certain stuff, especially when it's like arbitrary stuff within the games. I think a lot of the appeal to Amiibo was not necessarily the functionality within games, but the actual figures themselves. So, although I understand this is probably incredibly illegal.
Yeah, these are counterfeit, but they're really cool. Like, they're like credit card, and they got this and
Yeah.
beautiful little pleather booklet with a stamped logo.
That's really cool.
Guess
Yeah.
how much this was?
$15?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
20. But like
Yeah.
That's like the amount you'd pay for like one amiibo
Yeah, but again, the
at
appeal
retail
with
price.
the appeal with amiibos is more the figure than it is the functionality, right? Like they're
See,
very
Well, it depends who
made
you're
figures.
talking to. For someone like
True.
me, the appeal is the figure first, and then the
Yes.
functionality is nice.
Same
Me
with me.
buying the the Metroid amiibos are exactly that reason. Is I'm a big fan of the Metroid series. I would like to squeeze them in if I could find any sort of space in this collection case.
Yep.
The fact that it unlocks something in the game is almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
But other people that want to, let's say, 100% completionists in a game that want to have access to everything, I could see why it's really frustrating that not only is this stuff behind a paywall, but it's also very hard to procure if you actually want to do things through the proper channels.
See, I don't know if I agree with that completely. Like having an amiibo for like the sake of costumes and weapons and stuff like that, to me, isn't being a part of the completionist route. Because I mean, it's like wanting to be a completionist and then buying DLC costumes on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. Like that's not being a completionist.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
being a
just-
completionist
Well,
is
it
doing
could
everything
feel
in-game.
like being like when it's just cosmetic things. Yes, it may feel like you're being withheld something, but it's if you hold an entire different game mode, then that may change the math a little bit.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm not bothered, but then it's very difficult for that kind of thing to bother me, and also because I have the magic
Yeah.
touch when it tends to getting to amiibo.
Yeah, good
R
old
slash Amiibo Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way to do it.
No, it's true. I hope that if they're going to release a extra hard mode in this game, make the amiibos readily available.
That's the problem. They can't fucking
No,
do
but
it,
I mean,
man.
like, no, I'm not saying at launch. That's fine. At launch, you know shit's gonna sell out. There's no question about that. But keep making it.
Yeah, and
Right?
they do for Zelda. I remember when the SNES pre-order, when I went to EBMC at the SNES pre-order.
Yep.
They just got a restock of all the Zelda amiibo. So the Guardian, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Horse Link, regular bow and Link,
Yeah.
bow and arrow Link,
Archer Link.
Archer, Archer Link.
Yeah, again, as long as they're readily available. Actually, I heard an idea on Amiibo Canada recently, and I actually really like it. Mm-hmm. For certain pieces, I understand they have to do retail stuff with a lot of the Amiibos, but for restocking, they can gauge what people want by placing pre-orders in on the Nintendo online shop. And then from there, seeing what kind of, want there is for that, what kind of desire there is for this product. And then saying, okay, if you go in, you pre-order this, if we hit enough of these, we'll be able to make more.
That's
just-
not Nintendo.
Yeah, and I don't think, frankly, Nintendo has the shipping infrastructure to handle the amount of volume coming through. And the other problem too is retailers aren't going to like that. And I think one of the problems that people grossly grossly underestimate is the effect that the retailers have on this entire thing. How much they're willing to stock and how much they're willing to commit to buying Nintendo.
Yeah.
You think they want to restock those fucking amiibo after seeing all the Animal Crossing amiibo?
Exactly. Walmart's pulling out. Have you seen the Amiibo section doesn't exist there anymore?
I was just about to say that.
fair
All the
enough.
retailers are pulling out. Even EB Games, the amiibo section is like tiny. It's like two shelves.
Yeah, and it's off in the back corner of most stores.
Toys to
so-
Life is petering out, and you have to even think for Nintendo.
But not for Nintendo.
Well,
They're
Nintendo's
just
still
as-
making money.
They're just as hot as ever.
But Nintendo has to be able to convince retailers to carry these things, because I sincerely doubt Nintendo has the infrastructure to ship these things like to every single home, like not on the small scale that they do now, like the little odds and ends that they do in their own online store. But even just to put one of these things on the shelf is, you want to sell this at Walmart. Walmart's going to charge you X dollars to put this on the shelf. And then you take it off and you put on a different one. You have to pay that money all over again. Yeah. It's just the way that the business works, and you almost have to not only convince them to take it, because they have to be willing to believe that they're going to sell through everything, but also you have to pay the piper. You have to pay these stores to actually put these things on the shelves. And when everybody keeps blaming Nintendo for the lack of availability, maybe they are, and maybe they're being more pragmatic about stock. Because if I were them, you don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of these units just lying around that not only are going to be sitting in a warehouse, you're going to be paying for that. They're extra stock you produce that's now just eating away at any of the profit you've made from making this product. Yeah. And also, in a lot of cases, stores are going to then charge you back and return it to you. And then you have to pay the stores back on money you've already made.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Walmart doesn't know the difference between Tom Nook and Squishy Metroid. Like, they don't understand that, like...
Yeah.
Amiibo, some amiibo sell and some amiibo don't. I'm sure they understand to an extent, but they can't gauge based on Nintendo's popularity.
Yeah, but look, this is the problem with the whole stocking issue, is that like they somehow either make too many amiibo or don't make enough.
Or I think they
They've
make the
never
same
been able
amount. They're
to-
always making the same amount. Just some sell out more and some don't. Like, have you got the new amiibo for has anybody got the new amiibo for the Legend of Zelda DLC? The Four Guardians?
No.
No, I haven't pre-ordered.
Have
I'm
they
probably
have
gonna
they
get them
even
from
have they
Japan.
even gone on pre-order yet?
I don't,
Yes.
Have they? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't, I
you
haven't.
know-
for
you would know
I'm
best.
almost positive
I just
about
wasn't
this.
interested in those, so I haven't.
You
Really
didn't
been
want
watching
one?
I
Out of the
don't.
Four Guardians, who's your favorite?
Ooh, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, Urbosa. What's his name? Daruk?
Daruk.
Okay, Daruk and Urbosa is a very close second.
Yeah.
She's such a strong female.
Yeah,
lead.
I really love Urbosa. I like Bitchy Falco though. He's such an asshole.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he is.
I love that.
Was it Rivali?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's such a bitch, but like maybe it's just because I like his power so much, and I kind of like his
he's
aesthetic.
the best power.
Oh, I spam that thing ever since I unlocked it.
Yeah.
I don't even
whereas-
know what these amiibo do,
Yeah.
to be honest, because they give chests.
Yeah.
But I've only done it once, so I still haven't got. Maybe they have a rare chest. Maybe they have their item. In
I'm
their
sure there's a
amiibo.
signature item for each one. But then again, all of the Breath of the Wild amiibo are kind of shitty. Like in terms of what they give you.
But they're really
Yeah.
nice looking.
Yeah, they're really nice looking, but in terms of the actual
No, I
unlocks-
disagree. That's why I spent the money and I got these, because I want the deity costume. I want the Ocarina of Time. I want the original Legend of Zelda tunic.
I'm
Yeah.
talking strictly the Breath of the Wild ones, like the Bokoblin.
Oh, they suck.
Or like the Archer, or all like those ones. They only just give you like generic weapons that by the time you're halfway through the game
Yeah.
are woefully underpowered.
Yeah, of course. That's what I was saying. Where like a lot of the functionality with amiibos has been cosmetic or overall pointless.
Which is-
so buy them
which-
for the figures, right?
Which
Unless it's
I
something
don't
like
I don't
retro.
mind, because they work on so many different games. I'll get a costume
Yes.
in Mario Maker. I'll get a costume in Mario Kart 8. I'll get a costume in Bayonetta. I like having an item that is still giving me functionality till this day.
Yeah, of course.
But once a game mode's locked behind them, you're gonna cross that gray line, and it's gonna be a little fishy for me.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, so I think it's time to take a break.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about some Nindy titles that Nintendo just announced on the next segment. And until then, listen to this.
Cool.
Welcome back.
Hi.
I hope you enjoyed that song.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great.
Oh, it's great.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Guys, did you hear that LA Noire has just been announced for PS4, Xbox Uno, and that's what they just
Are you referring to the Xbox One, Xbox One, Xbox
360
One?
frames a second, 4K?
4K Xbox One, 60 frames per second Xbox One, Xbox One,
Yes,
Xbox One.
precisely.
Yes.
And it's also been announced for the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we talk about all platforms here. What do you guys think?
I played the game on PC, so I don't really care.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
I really want to play it.
It's definitely, as far as I'm concerned, like a single playthrough game. There's not a lot of like once you've gone
Replayability.
through each of the stories, I guess you can call them, or missions.
Yeah.
Once you know what the sequence is to do things properly, there's sort of maybe if you're going to do it purely, just go in stumbling through, and then you go back and now with the hindsight of everything you did, go and play again. I can't see playing that game more than twice.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it kind of seems like one of those games.
I think it's a budget title as well, so that might be more inclined to pick it up.
But like, it's going to be $40 ish.
I think it's like 34 for eShop and then 60 for physical.
Anyway.
People just don't get it, eh?
There better be some pretty awesome stickers in that package to make up the extra $30.
Jesus, some papercraft stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool that Rockstar is supporting the Switch
Yeah.
A little half-heartedly.
for
I
sure.
mean,
But it's honestly, the Switch has so many good games this year. We have Zelda and Mario in the same year. Nintendo's pushing out a AAA title at least once a month. It's it's okay to get these ports of good games.
Well, I mean, yeah, they've been firing on all cylinders all year long, and I think it's now a lot of the people are starting to say, "Oh, it is a port system." Like, granted, we're talking about a port right now, but
that is true.
I'm just saying, like, straight out of the gate, we have Breath Out of the Wild, we have Splatoon 2, we have Arms, and we have
some ports, Mario Kart, Pokken.
Yep.
But that's okay. I think, like, because of the nature of the system, that it's also a portable system, that these old games, like, let's say L.A. Noire, I'd like to see Resident Evil 5, all these old classic games, I'd like to I don't mind if they're on the Switch because of the portability factor.
They maybe do Resident Evil 7 in a sense. They might be able to make some, like, downgraded version for the Switch.
Give me 4. It's the best game. That's the game I want to play. I don't care about 7.
But no,
oh, no, 7's good.
Yeah,
sorry,
here's a very good thing.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about 6.
No.
I think 7 might be. You might have to work a little hard. It's not a copy and paste situation like L.A. Noire or Resident Evil 4 HD edition.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. But give more ports to the Switch if they're good games and they're worthy of a port. Give it because you can play them on the go, and I think that's awesome.
Dark Souls.
Yes, give them all.
I might actually play those games if they were on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, and Red Dead Redemption, another Rockstar game, fucking port that over. I'd love to play Red Dead.
Yeah, that would be cool.
These are all good games that I missed out, and I'd like to play them.
Yeah, well, I don't see Red Dead Redemption getting ported.
Why not?
I've read things to say that, like, the code's messy for that game, and it's just very, very difficult to port, which is why it's never... Like, did they come out for PS3? I'm pretty sure that was Xbox only. Oh, so they did do PS3. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. But I would love to see Red Dead Redemption coming back. That is a game I would love to replay.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. I can't wait for 2 to come out. I'm buying that day one. There's no question.
Yeah, that trailer was shitty, but we need a nice, like, it was just like landscapes and like tumbleweeds.
Yeah, it was a teaser.
I know. Give me some more shit.
It was a teaser. I wasn't expecting gameplay.
Is this Rockstar's first PS4 game?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So,
well, I mean, unless you want to count the.
There's GTA 5.
Yeah,
but
that was
no, it was an upscale.
That was like Breath of the Wild.
Thing.
It was a Breath of the Wild situation. Where it's on both consoles.
Exactly. It wasn't developed for the PS4 or for next gen.
And GTA 5 is still selling. Like, it's still in the top 10 NDP.
Like, even on consoles, or are we just talking about on PC? Yeah, because I was gonna say the PC numbers could be skewing that just because of the mod community is so huge for that game.
And it's probably like $10 on Steam right now.
It's not just that. The RP server vein of that game is getting huge now.
Yeah, but that's via the mod community. Like,
is it? I thought it was just servers for the online. Like, there's nothing really changed about the game itself. It's just people will go in and they create a world within this server.
My understanding is you had to have the game heavily modded and unable to play
really? I had
those
no
versions
idea.
of the game.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe I was wrong. I had no idea.
Yeah. I think Rockstar just wants you to play their vanilla game and keep spending time to make in-game currency and spending in-game currency to play the game more.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Definitely a fair point.
Yeah, bring on the ports. Cool. Let's get into Nintendo Direct. Apparently, there is a rumored Direct that's coming out September 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Mother 3 is going to be headlined, and I'm going to win my bet, and we can...
Oh, yeah, so that was official?
Shove it to this guy.
That was official?
It's official. It's an official rumor.
Yes, this is an official Game & Watch It rumor.
I am hoping to God that game doesn't get announced until like January 1st. Like I want it to be, or not January 1st, whatever the day is after.
No, I know when it's going to be announced now. It's going to be announced next summer. It's going to be the Game Boy Advance Classic Edition.
Yeah, we were talking about this on last
and
episode.
That's how they're going to start releasing their new games and stuff.
I could see that.
But either way, let's get into the Nintendo Direct Nindies Edition.
Yeah.
That just came out.
Uh-huh.
A lot of games were announced.
Yes.
A really heavy hitter at the end. We're going to wait till... Let's go through the list a bit.
Okay,
of course.
Let's start off with L.A. Noire. No, let's start off with... L.A. Noire was not announced. Let's start off with Super Meat Boy Forever, the sequel to Super Meat Boy.
Oh, God. If this game is anything like the first one, I cannot wait for this title.
Well, it's pretty different from the first one.
It isn't. It is a runner. I've looked at footage. I literally YouTubed it. I have not seen Super Meat Boy run.
They specifically state that it's a 2-button control game.
Oh, God damn it.
It's a
So
fucking
it
runner,
is a
dude.
runner.
Yeah.
Fuck.
which sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Like and just hearing them talk about it, like how is this different from any other runner other than maybe just the level of difficulty?
Yeah, it's just really hard.
So I guess it's just a super pro runner. In which
Still.
case does that not sort of does that not bring the game a little bit more credibility that it's still like a hardcore game? Like I think a lot of the runner stigma is that the microtransactions, the fact that it's a mobile
I think
game.
is the worst stigma that it comes with it.
Well, I think just the mobile gaming has its own internal stigma attached to it. But all that to say, this looks like a very difficult game in the same vein of the original. Yes, there's no D-pad controls, but does that
Makes the game. That is the game. You can't just turn it into a runner and call that a sequel.
How dare they do a platformer that everybody loved and turn it into a runner?
That's like calling
Mario Run.
That's like calling Super Mario Run. Like, oh, we're making a sequel to New Super Mario Brothers, but it's Super Mario Run. It's like, no. I think Super Meat Boy, the development team, is like, this game is going to be an iOS game. We're going to shove it out to all the consoles.
Yeah.
And because Nintendo maybe approached them saying, like, what do you got for us? We're going to do a direct.
Okay.
They're like, here, give this game. Say we're making it for your console. But once it releases, it's going on everything and mainly iOS.
Can I ask you a
and
question?
Android.
Because you were so gung-ho for Mario Run as soon as we found out about it.
Yeah.
In, what was it, the summer of 2015?
Yeah, I love Mario
not
Run. I have
summer, sorry,
nothing.
winter of
I have nothing
2015.
bad to say about Mario Run. What's your problem, dude?
Because you have something bad to say about literally the exact same happening with another franchise.
No, because Super Mario Run is being developed by DNA, a mobile partnership division of Nintendo. The core Mario team is now making Super Mario Odyssey. You're not taking the assets from the core team to make some shitty ass mobile game.
But you're saying that this game is somehow going to be shittier because it's being made by the same people that made
I don't
the
think
original?
that's what he's saying.
They're
What
calling it a sequel.
Yeah,
That's where
the
my
fact that
beef
they're calling
is.
it, like, at least Mario Run was clear. This is not the future of Mario games. This is an offshoot. This is a compartmentalized Mario Run game.
Developed by DNA.
Yeah.
Nothing to
This
do
is
with
not
Nintendo.
this is not like our main Mario release now. This is not how Mario games are. Whereas this, it seems like a little bit of, they're not calling it a runner. They seem to be calling it a
forever.
two-button game.
Super Mario for Super Meat Boy forever implies that
I kind of feel like they're doing that just to avoid the stigma and avoid coming off as that they're watering down the franchise from its hardcore roots. And I guess a lot of that remains to be determined by how much that game resembles its core audience. I don't see why they couldn't have, like, they could have made both games. Perhaps they could have made a true successor to Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Then have, this is like Super Meat Boy. Well, and who's to say that it isn't? But yeah, the fact that they're calling it a sequel, it comes off a little bit disingenuous.
Yeah, I am a little disappointed, to be completely honest. But you brought up a good point. The game could be incredibly difficult and challenging. So maybe I'll give it a shot if I hear enough good things about it. But
I'm
at
sure
the
it'll
end
be
of the day-
good, but like it's not Super Meat Boy. The gimmick of Super Meat Boy was the difficulty, but it was also really good level design.
It
And
was.
It was just like trying to figure out
Well,
how
did
to
they
beat
use the
this.
word sequel?
Yes, they did. I wrote it down.
I mean, it is sequel in terms of. It is sequel in
must
terms
be
of story, so it must be true.
Also, we don't know that it's a runner. I'm just from speculation. I looked at a
if
couple
it's a
of
two-button game, it means it's jump and probably duck.
I've been like
No jump and punch. Have you seen the gameplay?
Oh, that's right. You're right. It is
Yeah,
jump
and like the punch dash.
You're
Rayman
right,
Legends is a runner, or Rayman Jungle Run is a runner, and it's a really good game, and it also has a punch mechanic.
Yeah, but that game was also
But
like $2.
it's not the next Rayman game. Rayman Legend Origins and all those other games are coming out. It's like they're just working together.
I think my final opinion is I think it's fine that they're making this game. It's just a shame that they're not making what I would consider a true sequel. But I'm sure that it will be a very good, very legitimate, respectable runner, as it were, and perhaps bring a little bit more respect to that as a genre, like subgenre of platform.
Yeah.
As opposed to just a microtransaction tool.
And my final opinion is it's the marketing. Just market it as a runner, as what it is, instead of saying, oh, the next game from Super Meat Boy. If you told me something different, I wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah.
It's just communication and marketing.
Yeah, no, I got you on that. We'll see how the game plays when it actually comes out. What the price tag is going to be on it, because like that is a very, very heavy issue when it comes down to runners.
$14.99.
I'm probably not going to buy it then, unless it's like the best
That's
runner to ever
speculation.
come out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
guessed, but probably around that range.
Well, we'll see.
The next game they announced is Shovel Knight, King of Cards.
Well, we
I
knew this
cannot
was coming.
Oh
we
yes,
did.
but now
We knew this was coming a long ways out.
we
But
finally
now
got some footage and you
Exactly.
see how he plays. It's like they're going back to the DuckTales style combat,
With
Yes.
the pogoing.
pogoing, and he
Yeah.
twirls up and
Yeah.
But he does it. It looks like he does that automatically every time he jumps, though.
cool because it's tough to
Yes.
to pogo jump with DuckTales.
Oh, DuckTales specifically, yeah.
Well, same with Shovel Knight, same mechanic. You got to press down B to initiate the
Yeah, but once you hit down, it's just it's an automatic thing. Like you hit
no,
down
there's
once
an
and you can
option
just-
to turn that on, but I
Really?
think
That's
the
the only way-
original Shovel Knight and DuckTales is you got to press down B every time.
Oh no, you have to press down B every time. But what I'm saying is, once you hit down, you don't have to hold down. Once you're in the air, you hit down once, and the shovel's there. If I remember properly, with DuckTales, you actually had to hold down the whole time that you were playing or jumping, making your jump throughout the game, right? So it was a lot easier, but also a lot more not necessarily relatable. It's not the word I want to use, but engaging.
Okay.
Maybe
You
more
know what I'm
casual,
saying?
just because now that you can
no,
now
it
it's a
just
little
made the- it made
easier.
the
It's
gameplay better.
more open to more people.
Yeah, just
playing
making
it.
the game needlessly hard isn't necessarily being
tough
more
game.
hardcore or whatever. What I mean to say is just making the button inputs more complicated than they need to be.
Yeah.
That's not if it's not necessarily bringing anything to the game, then it's just
maybe they're just
enhancing the game.
simplifying it. And,
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough.
I will say this though: the game, and more specifically, not Shovel Knight, King Knight himself, seems incredibly goofy, and I love that.
Yeah, like very flamboyant.
He is, and then like it's that one scene where you first see him like fall from the sky, and he comes out and like Shovel Knight, Plague Knight, Spectre Knight all like land on their feet and like get ready. Like King Knight just falls flat on his face, gets up and like adjusts his
Does he?
crown. Yeah, it's
Cute.
awesome.
Love it.
Yeah. I love that kind of like humor when it comes to a character. It's fantastic. So I'd love to see how they implement more of that into the character himself.
Yeah, I just can't believe that this game is still being supported for free.
Yeah.
I bought the 3DS version, and they're giving me Plague Knight. They're giving me King of Cards. They're giving me Spectre of Torment, all for free.
This is the last one though, they said.
No, I think Shield Knight. They still promise Shield Knight. If you go on their Kickstarter,
Really?
I think that Shield Knight is still planned.
I thought
it.
I thought when they in the interview for PAX that they actually said that this is the last iteration.
Fair enough.
I have
Well-
a feeling Shield Knight's going to be like a proper sequel.
That's what I think.
yeah.
I heard that Yacht Knight wants to kind of like detach themselves from Shovel Knight for their next game.
Maybe.
Yeah, they may
They've
want to take a
worked-
break from
Yeah,
it.
they've worked so hard on it. Maybe enter the 3D realm.
You never know. I mean, whatever they want to do, they've already proven their chops when it comes to 2D platforming. If they want to try their hand at something else, why not?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm personally going to be playing on the 3DS because that's where I own it, and that's where it's going to be free for me. I don't want to rebuy it on the Switch. And oh my god, the 3D graphics, the stereoscopic 3D graphics on the Shovel Knight for 3DS are just great.
Yeah.
3D looks so good in 8-bit. So many layers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
And
I like
honestly,
it.
now that I've been playing Pokemon and Picross 3D, I actually I'm falling back in love with my 3DS, and it serves a different purpose than my Switch.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
nice, especially with the new Metroid that's coming out, and you're going to have a map on your bottom screen.
Mm-hmm.
Once you guys get back into it, I'm sure you're going to have the same feeling as me that, like, there's still a purpose for 3DS.
Well, yeah, I missed my 3DS, and actually, I really enjoyed bringing it out to Fan Expo because I was just rolling.
Oh my
in those
god, you went to
street
Fan
passes.
Expo. Tangent. How was it?
Oh, Fan Expo was great. I mean, it was the first time I've been to a convention in like 10 years, I'm going to say. Like, it had just been a very long time since I made my way in. I mean, it was everything you would expect to see. I spent more of my time doing more like the tabletop board game stuff. Like, I went to some of the Dungeons & Dragons panels, went to the Q&A with Jeremy Crawford, like the lead rules designer, and also like the D&D panel afterwards. Like, I don't know. I had a really great time
I'm
going.
sure you did. Fan Expo.
If I went again next year, I might not go on the Saturday just because the amount of human beings packed into that place is just it's a lot, and just the visual stimulation from seeing everything that day. So many Ricks. So many Rick costumes.
Oh, yeah, I could see
Who's
that
Rick?
for sure.
From Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I
so many.
100% could see that. That is what it is.
Now, did you get to play Super Mario Odyssey? Because that was there.
The lineup was
huge.
crazy. It was
You
just
could wait a little longer, right?
I could to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you know what? I'm gonna be playing this game. I don't need to demo this game. I know I'm gonna be buying it.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Speaking of which, new amiibo have just been announced, or the packaging design for the Super Mario
For
Odyssey.
the wedding ones, yeah.
For the wedding ones. and
Oh,
they-
yeah.
I
saw
love
that.
them. I
saw
think
that.
they're adorable.
We discovered the Princess Peach also has a crown with 2 eyes on it. So Bowser has a cappy, Mario has a cappy, and now Princess Peach has a crown cappy
crownie.
as well. Yeah, a
Ah.
little crownie. So they
Cool.
discovered that it comes in 3-pack. It's a 3-pack amiibo. So
yeah.
it's probably going to be like $50 Canadian to purchase it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fuck, these games are getting so expensive. I bought Super Metroid Samus Returns. I bought the game. I also bought $50 worth of amiibo for the game. So I spent like $120 on a 3DS game.
Yeah.
And now Super Mario Odyssey is going to come out. It's going to be what, $80-$90?
Yeah.
Plus $50 for more than $50 for the amiibo, because I spent $50 on the Metroid amiibo, and that was 2 amiibo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Nintendo's cashing
Was it?
in.
I thought it was 40. I thought it was 39.
Well, maybe with tax and shipping and
Oh,
everything.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, like, damn.
Yeah.
I can't, like, games are... Not only are the price of the physical retail version expensive, but now you got to add on, like, amiibo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Talking about Amiibo.
Speaking of amiibo,
Yeah.
the Mario ones are really nice, but
They are.
they're really, really nice.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
I like to finish, but also you can put them on a wedding cake, which is cute.
yeah, you could.
If you ever get married, you could have like a little Mario and Princess Peach, or
Yeah.
Mario and Bowser if you're like a
That's basic.
a leather daddy. And if you're a leather daddy, and a twink.
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Basic. You think basic bitches are gonna be able to find those amiibo, bro?
Anyways.
Get good.
Or get
amiibo-
wrecked.
Also,
I'm finding
more
amiibo.
amiibo have just been announced.
Yep.
Shovel Knight amiibo.
Yes.
Yes.
Another 3-pack.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I want all of them, so I'm getting it. There's no question.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be. They look really good.
I love the little trailer that they put on for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was done by Game Grumps. They're
Yeah.
YouTube, very, very big YouTube.
What's
group.
YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
We're on YouTube. Subscribe. If you're listening, please go to YouTube and subscribe. And,
Wait, there's a
and check us
camera
out.
there?
Oh, he found out.
Game Grumps.
So, Game Grumps was started by Egoraptor, if you remember him from, like, Metal Gear Awesome, from back in Newgrounds days.
Okay.
Anyways, he started this whole thing. They are easily one of my favorite video game oriented channels on YouTube. I love them to death, and the trailer they made is very much their style of humor.
Okay.
It's very tongue in cheek and like also trying to make people a little uncomfortable at the exact same time. It's awesome. I love them.
That's really cool. You guys have any interest in getting them?
No.
Yes.
Do you want to go splits?
What do you mean splits?
Oh, say you want it just for the episode.
Yes.
Which one do you want? I want. I think I want. I think either. I think I want King Knight, to be honest. He's big.
Yeah, I want all three.
You have to pick one for the game we're playing. Oh, Shovel Knight? Oh, no, Plague Knight? Which
All
one
three.
do you want?
None of them.
Yes.
I guess I have to get all 3 by myself. Another fucking $50.
Or just wait for like the Japanese release because you know they're gonna split them up.
Or
Japan
get them
almost never does
on a
that.
spoof card.
Spoof cards. No, I think the functionality aren't going to be good enough for the spoof cards. Going back to the spoof cards, I personally, I never said my opinion. I like to collect the amiibo, but some of them are just really hard to find. I still, like, for instance, I'm holding up the 8-bit Link amiibo. I still want a physical version of this. I haven't got the chance, but I don't mind having doubles,
Yeah.
spoof card and physical amiibo.
Yeah,
And I'm going to continue to buy spoof cards if I can't find them because I love amiibo and I love their functionality for sometimes.
Well, I look forward to this video being subpoenaed and then going part of your copyright infringement trial.
100%. Next song. Next song.
What do you mean? What's Subpoena mean? Is that my name? Is that a name? Sounds like an Italian name, like Maria Subpoena. Come for dinner.
Oh my god.
I am just gonna stop correcting you and just let
Jesus
you keep
Christ.
going.
So back to Nintendo Nindies. The next game was Mom Hid My Game. It looks like a WarioWare.
Yeah, it looks like a WarioWare mini game.
It does, but it also looks like a bit of like a point and click adventure.
Isn't it actually
as well.
a WarioWare mini game?
No.
though?
I think
okay.
it's a hidden item game. Hidden item game.
Well, yeah, that's why I think it is like you have to kind of click around the room and like put the branch in the crocodile's mouth and then find the game inside the crocodile.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
cute. I'm not gonna buy it. Next up, Golf Story.
Oh yeah.
This game looks really good.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Actually?
It harkens back
Oh,
to
yeah.
the old Camelot Mario golf games on the Game Boy Color, where there was like an
Okay.
RPG aspect and visiting towns and talking to NPCs and that kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff.
It kind of has like little pieces of like Everybody's Golf or Hot Shots Golf as well. They have that like RPG aspect built into those games as well. Yeah,
No,
they do.
No.
Okay, fine. They don't. Yeah,
The next
they do.
game is Flower Kids or something like that. Floor Kids.
Floor Kids. Yeah, the breakdancing b-boy rhythm game.
That looks really good.
Yeah,
It's so-
I'm actually surprised it's not like a kind of a game that's existed as far as I know. Like,
Yeah,
in
we
terms
haven't-
of that particular.
Wait till I release
vein?
my game.
Yeah.
What's your game?
Mike, I can't tell everybody because they're gonna take it, but it's gonna be something like that. But yeah, the animation's so good in that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like the sort of the hand drawn, like very
Very sketchy.
Yeah. Yes.
Super sketchy in a good
Sketchbook
way.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
sketchbook style.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in for it. It's very cute.
Yeah. Poli Bridge. Have you guys heard of that game?
Are you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
kidding me?
Now is that the same game that Reddit blew up about a year
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
ago?
yes,
Same
yes.
game. It's not an imitation. Game of it.
Essentially, you need to create a bridge to get an indeterminate amount of cars from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And you need to either use like metal or wood or suspension or whatever it is, and you create your own bridge from scratch, and hopefully it works, and you have to stay within a certain budget. So every piece costs X amount for a certain amount of length or whatever it is. And you
Okay.
can adjust that. It's an incredible game. I've seen a lot of
Looks
people play it
fun.
on Twitch. Yeah.
How much would you guys pay for it?
Would I pay for it?
How much would you pay for it?
Honestly, that's like a $35 game for me. I would totally be down to pay that
I'm not
much
that
for it.
interested in it. to be
No?
honest,
$9.99 will get my interest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I would be like, I don't know, maybe like $15.99. I'm just not that interested in it.
I'm very, very interested. The physics mechanics behind it are very interesting to me. So I do want to actually try to
Yeah.
play it. The Switch is the perfect console for that, in my opinion. So I'm
enough.
totally down for it.
Next up, we have Kentucky Route Zero. It is a PC episodic game. I think
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, I
5
heard good
episodes.
things about this game. I'm curious on this one.
I think it's like a point-and-click adventure.
I honestly have
I believe
no idea.
It
so.
looks really good. It kind of
Yeah.
looks like Limbo. What's the sequel to Limbo?
Closure.
Closure. It looks a lot like
Yeah.
Closure.
Okay.
It seems nice. I'm interested in it. And Nintendo's Switch is going to get the complete set.
Okay, nice.
So you don't have to download anything. It just comes on
Yeah.
cartridge. Next, we have Next Up Hero. Don't care. SteamWorld Dig 2 officially got a release date.
Oh, nice.
September 21.
Perfect.
Do most of these games not have release dates?
No, they do. A lot of remember Sony last E3? A lot of early.
No, I don't at
A
all.
lot, a lot of early 2018 titles.
Okay.
Yeah. Very general. Very general.
Yeah. Next up, SteamWorld. Yeah, so SteamWorld Dig is cool because it's coming out
Now?
this month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple weeks
Yeah.
if I have my dates correct. We're in September, right?
Yes, we are.
Cool. The next game I want to talk about is Dragon Marked for Earth. It's a sequel. It's not a sequel, but the team made Mega Man Zero.
Yeah.
Azure Gun.
Oh, yeah. Gunvolt, Azure, Gun. Or yeah. Whatever.
The
Azure
sprites
Striker.
look identical to like Mega Man Zero for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I can see
It
that.
looks like
Okay.
It looks really good. The team is good, so
Well, dude, it's Inti Creates. So yeah, that's who it is. Inti Creates. That's the company that made them. They're everything they touch outside of Mighty Number 9 has been amazing.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Including Mighty Number 9 Burst or
Yeah,
whatever the hell
that's
it was. Or Mighty
good.
Gumball Burst.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is also a fantastic
So a lot,
game.
they announced so many games, but at the end of the video, they announced a bombshell. I think the guy literally
Yeah.
said, the next game that I'm
Yeah.
about to announce is going to melt your face. And I was like, oh, don't do this. Don't set my
Yeah.
expectations so high.
Yeah.
And then bam, Travis touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suda 51's begging at the at like the Nintendo launch direct, I guess, paid dividends.
Please, somebody fund my
It
game.
reminded me of like Charlie and like the episode he's trying to raise money for his mom's cancer. Like writes the speech is like, need money now, need money me. Not necessarily to speak to his broken English, but just the sheer
Yeah,
desperation that he seemed to have as going through that.
Now this game's a little funny because he's going through 6 indie titles. It's gonna be like 6 worlds.
Okay.
And like one of them was in the trailer. Was Hotline Miami.
Yes.
Oh, so they're actual real.
The real indie games.
Indie
Shovel
games that they're
Knight. They
playing
just
through.
announced that they're gonna be supporting the title.
Nice.
So
Cool.
he's crowdfunding or crowdsourcing
Okay.
his game through
Other
indie games
yeah.
were crowdsourced. So it's like a crowdsourced Inception, to say the least.
Yeah.
And Shovel Knight was just announced as a partner, but I think it's just going to be a Shovel Knight close, because if you play No More Heroes 1 and 2, you would know that you could there's lots of fashion and you could buy a lot of clothes. So I think we're going to have some Shovel Knight themed clothes in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently it's weird. I think the art style, so every time you go into a world, the art style is going to be
different?
based on that game. So Hotline Miami is a 16-bit over-the-top GTA style.
Yeah.
Which I thought that maybe originally I thought that part would be developed by Hotline Miami and it would be Travis in that game, and it would be like 6 separate games and you got to do it. But apparently it's all No More Hero style.
Which is going to be amazing.
Which is good.
Okay,
Which
I actually like that better,
Yeah,
to be
same.
honest.
I agree, but I thought it was kind of the cheap because he's been begging for money. I thought that would be the route he'd be taking.
So you thought he was going to like inject Travis Touchdown into a bunch of different styles of games, and
Exactly, but after seeing the trailer and that in the real time footage or close to real time footage, because sometimes
looks
people
awesome.
will make cinematics that are real time, but they're a little better than real time.
Stop saying real
just,
time, you mean in engine.
in-game engine,
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll make it a little more. It will be CGI, but it will look kind of in-game.
Stop
engine.
saying CGI. CGI doesn't make sense anymore.
It's not.
I don't
Sometimes
know.
it will look nicer.
Stop contriving my vocabulary.
What he's saying is it's a pre-rendered trailers compared to like something that is done in game.
Yes.
Yes.
The game looks great.
And sometimes in trailers they can make the game look better because yes, they are using the engine, but however, it's not how the game will run when you're actually playing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but now they're getting sneaky about it, because back in the day they would show like Final Fantasy characters and these fully rendered cinematics.
Yeah.
They would play and you could clearly tell that like it's night and day difference. But now these fully rendered CGI trailers are they're getting a little sneaky. And they're making it look like the graphics, but slightly better.
Well, yeah,
So it's
because
like
they're
you
not
can't
actually
tell.
like rendering draw distance into the background. They're just using the engine, almost kind of like a pseudo tech demo with, I guess, like up-resed assets they may use normally.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Nintendo do that as of yet.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, did they do that for
Maybe.
Sunshine?
I can't remember.
I think they were a little compressed, because you could tell if it's a little compressed, you can tell that
That
it's
was
it's
still
a
at the
full
point where they
motion
would
video.
actually have like completely different rendering for the cutscenes. Because now
You
nobody
just winked
does.
at me. Are you telling a fib?
I didn't wink.
You winked.
Did I wink? I don't know. Maybe
We're on TV. We're on YouTube now. They can tell if you winked or not.
we will find out.
He totally winked. Sorry, go on.
I've lost my point now, and I'm very upset with you. Oh, no, I remember now. We're kind of at the point now where nobody really, I don't think too many games do that, where they actually have the separately rendered cutscenes.
Have you seen E3 last year?
Oh yeah, that.
All that fucking Assassin's Creed. Like everybody
Oh, yeah.
pre-renders their stuff now.
Yeah. It's
Well-
just straight up fucking
Well-
CGI outside of the engine.
Yeah, except Nintendo. And this is not just a Nintendo podcast.
You've said that like 5 times.
talk
already.
about all other consoles. But yeah, thank you for joining us. I think we're going to wrap this up. You can find us on YouTube now. Look at us.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome.
Yeah. Second
Bye.
episode now.
Yeah.
And if you are listening to us
Of
on,
course, we cannot forget about our listeners through podcasts.
Of course. No matter where you're listening from, thank you as well. And we are available on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, TuneIn, and Podbay.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you guys want to hook up with us, we have a Facebook page, Game and Watch It with an ampersand. We'd love to have you guys.
Yeah, please ask us questions. We just want to answer them.
We'd love to. We might even do a Q&A or something like that. You know, if you guys want to ask us personal questions.
Me
or,
need questions. Questions want. Give questions now.
And Arzee?
No, hold on. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out. Leave comments down below.
If you like us, give us a like.
Yeah, likes too.
Of course.
Yo,
Oh, is this when I'm supposed to say smash that like button?
no.
No?
Oh yeah. Do it.
That's what everybody does, right? Just kidding. And scene.